1,
Hello.
2, 3.
Whoa, whoa.
Wait, let me count us
in.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, and welcome to TSTV, a show in which I, Sadie, guide my friend Lily through the wild and wacky world of Twin Peaks. Threw a wacky in there this time because you were being so wacky. Today we're talking about episode 24, also known as season 2, episode 17, also known as Wounds and Scars. Lily, how's it going?
Honestly, dude, I am doing great this morning. Not only
Fuck
because I love the episode we're about to discuss, but also
yes.
because it's just a huge day for me because my younger sibling is graduating from high school today.
God. Whoa! Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's so exciting.
So like not long after we're done recording, I'm gonna get dressed up all fancy and go to the grad. And that's, oh my god.
Wow.
For my other sibling, we didn't get to do this because they graduated in 2020. Fucking rough. But this year, yeah, it's happening. I'm so psyched about it. Life is beautiful.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm chilling. I'm having a good
chilling.
time. What's been up with me? Oh, I'll tell you something that's been up with me. I think I might have mentioned it a couple weeks ago. Maya and I were gonna try some painting. Because we went to
Yeah.
that Joyce Wheeland exhibit, and we started it. I've already shown you the image just because we're friends, but you know what? I'll like put it in the show notes, and I'm sure by the time this is out, we will have so much progress. I
Oh my
might
God,
even show the
yeah.
like progress as it comes, because we just kind of did a first like about 2 hours of just kind of like slop and paint on there and like various to kind of be a background, but it was really, really fun. And I feel like I've always been insecure because I feel like visual art is like the genre, as Alex Trebek would say, that I am the least well versed in. And
Yeah.
like honestly, I think a lot of it is like when I was a kid, I would like try to draw a thing and I would like want to make a line and it would come out as not a straight line, and I'd be like, well, I hate that. If I'm
Dude, I
writing, I
feel
just think
you.
of the word, and then I found the word, There's not the like
Mm-hmm.
execution barrier, although I did play music, but I feel like doing some kind of just like fun textural painting in a way that I'm not thinking about my like strictly representational skill was really, 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 really fun. And I'm like, wow, I get the painting bug. It's really, really, really fun. I can't wait to do more.
Dude, that's so awesome. I'm psyched to see where you take this piece. I really like it so far.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I've been having a bit of a similar moment with like drawing lately.
Oh yeah.
I I don't know. I'm a person who has a difficult time doing nothing. So
Mm-hmm.
when I'm like, but at the same time, I've been trying to like schedule in some rest for myself. I've been trying to
Mm-hmm.
not burn out.
Mm-hmm.
And something I've been doing is like just put on a little background TV show or whatever, and just like mindlessly doodle. And I've been coming up with some stuff that I couldn't have done by like thinking about it. And I think that's really cool.
I love that.
Yeah. And just allowing myself to not care if it comes out good, because like worst case I don't show
Yeah.
anyone, is
Well,
awesome.
also, this is kind of what's great about this kind of painting for this is
Mm-hmm.
like if if something isn't great, like it's you're doing so many layers of paint to make this kind of like textured background effect, so that if something
Mm.
isn't great, you're just like, hey, we'll just paint over it later, and worst case it'll like show through at some little bits and that'll look cool, and like
That will
that
look
is
cool.
very, very freeing.
Damn, that rules. That rules, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, the only other thing I've been doing is I started playing Final Fantasy VII, like the original, because I never played one of the old Final Fantasy games, and I've been playing Disco Elysium with Maya, but when I'm not with Maya, I'm not playing it, and I'm like, oh, I feel like playing an old RPG.
Oh
So
yeah.
I just started playing Final Fantasy VII. It's pretty good so far. I really didn't know. I know that people said about that game that they make him get in the dress. Lily, if you've
What?
never, okay, within like the first hour of Final Fantasy VII, there's a whole mini plot line in which Eris is like, Cloud, there's only one way for us to progress in the storyline. You have to get in the dress and
Oh
look
my
really pretty
god.
and
Oh
go on
my
a quest line
god.
in which she's going up to everyone and being like, my friend really wants to wear a dress.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of goated, honestly.
That's really sweet. Okay, I play a lot of Cloud in Smash Bros, and I wish they had him in a
Oh
dress in
yeah.
there because that'd be
Oh my
such an
God.
easy
They
pick.
should absolutely. Yeah, that Nintendo, get on it.
Nintendo, come on. Update
Come
only for
on.
this. Come on, Nintendo. I know
Come
you're listening.
on. Come on.
If any of you have an uncle at Nintendo, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Can I share one of three things with you?
Okay.
Okay. This past week has been huge for me for like getting into various arts. In the past week, I have gotten into an album, a video game, and a comic, all of which I think are just like excellent. But I don't want to spend like the next half hour talking at you about all these things. So I'm going to have you spin a wheel, and that will dictate what I talk about.
Okay.
Let
Is
me
this
just
gonna be?
go
Do
to
you have a wheel?
wheel.com. I can find a wheel.
Is wheel.com actually?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's the leading platform for consumer-centric care. Boo.
Boo. Okay, it's pickerwheel.com. And so we're just going to input game and then comic.
Wow.
And what's it called? What was the third thing? Album.
Shall I just like screen share this to you as I spin the wheel?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm pulling this up.
Podcasting is a visual medium.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spin the wheel. Game, comic, album. Oh my goodness, it's spinning. Click, 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 click. And it lands on album. Lily, tell me about what album you've been listening to. Oh wow, it played a little.
Oh my
god. Maybe when I edit this, I'll try to go to OBS and
please do
like screen record hearing that, just so we get the.
That's delightful. Okay. Yes, I'm so glad it landed on this album. Maybe I feel like, okay, this one's really doing the rounds right now. You've probably already heard about it, but the new McKinley Dixon album, Magic Alive, is so fucking good. This is I guess you could call it like a jazz rap album. It's a hip hop album with like live instrumentation. I've been a fan of his for about 5 years, and this is like the masterpiece that I could always tell he was capable of. It is just like, oh my god, it's so weird and funny and full of like vitality. Essentially, okay, McKinley Dixon he's from Richmond, Virginia, which is a town with like a very sort of diverse DIY musical scene, like a lot of punk bands, a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
And basically like all of his music has such a sense of place to it in a way that I love. It's a lot of it is about his upbringing and the people he's known his entire life, and it just like it has such a love for his hometown and his community in it. I love it. It is so like it feels like it plays to like the things that I sort of want to cultivate in myself, you know? It's also definitely happy to be political. It's got a bar in there about using the doohickey to assassinate Shinzo Abe. Yeah, dude, oh my god. It's just killer. Listen to the title track, Magic Alive, if you want to get a sense of like just how much personality this thing has. Album of the year contender. Yeah, woohoo.
I love every time you do this and you tell me about an album that I like definitely had not heard of, and then I listen to it and it's great. I've been really fucking with that Ribbon Skirt album that you recommended me.
Dude, I'm glad.
Oh, he's got Guy Squavera. I know I've listened to a bit of, I don't know if that's actually how that's pronounced, but I'd listened to a bit of Guy Squavera. I see that's a feature on here. Well, listen, this, honestly, I might listen to this afternoon.
Yeah, do it. Awesome.
Hell yeah. Okay, well, I'm delighted. Do we just want to jump into Twin Peaks?
Yeah. Do I want to say, okay, maybe I just get a quick word in about the game also.
Sure. We'll save the comic for next time.
I'll keep this super brief. The game is called Formless Star. It's an itch.io game. Well, I mean, it's a game by a person that I bought on itch.io. And it's essentially you're a funny little creature who subsists on wind to survive, and you are like a space anthropologist or something who is sent to catalog all of the animals on this bizarre and constantly evolving celestial body. So it's like a super simple game. It's just all you do is walk around, look at these like totally unique and funny creatures and observe them and sort of take notes. And the music is great and the art is gorgeous, and it's just like Definitely a game I would call cozy, but not in like a cloying or condescending way. It's just silly and fun.
Fuck yeah, this looks great. I'm looking at it
Formless
right now.
Star. It's pay what you
Formless
can.
Star.
Highly recommend.
Hell
Really
yeah.
well written too. Like a lot of
Splendid
really
land.
just totally unique little guys written about very funnily. Yeah. Let's
That
go.
looked great.
Anyway,
Shout out Formless Star by Splendid Land on HIO. Look at us. And the comic, I shall not know. If you tell me about the comic too, then that we're defying the will of the wheel. So
we've
well,
already defied the wheel enough in this episode.
exactly,
I'm sorry,
exactly.
wheel. Let's get into the log lady.
Yeah, let's see what the log lady has to say. Oh, what do you know? I'm still screen sharing. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, she tells us sometimes, well, let's say all times, things are changing.
Sometimes, well, let's say all times,
Let's say.
things are changing. We are judged as human beings on how we treat our fellow human beings. How do you treat your fellow human beings? At night, just before sleep, as you lay by yourself in the dark, how do you feel about yourself? Are you proud of your behavior? Are you ashamed of your behavior? You know in your heart if you have hurt someone. You know. If you have hurt someone, don't wait another day before making things right. The world could break apart with sadness in the meantime.
I really like that log lady.
It was very profound. Oh, I'm struggling a little bit to connect it to this episode, but not even in a way that I necessarily have beef with, because it feels like a little bit of a return to form. It feels like a little bit of like,
Yeah.
hey, these are like, this show is really concerned with the world breaking apart with sadness because of the hurt that people do to each other. Even if, yeah, I would totally see that reflected here. It feels like, yeah, a helpful reminder.
I see Ben's whole thing about how he's actually like
Oh,
trying to clear his conscience and is actually reforming. I was also funny. I was like,
sure.
at night, just before sleep, as you lay by yourself in the dark, how do you feel? I know how Harry feels. Some lady's about to fucking crawl in bed with him for some reason.
Wait, Harry? I thought it was.
No,
Wasn't
I
that
think
Ben
it's
Horn?
Harry. What?
Wait,
No, it's
what?
Harry.
What? I need to go back and watch this. Okay, I have mistaken the two of them repeatedly in this episode because I feel like
It's
Ben's
really
hair is
funny.
really growing out.
Oh, it's true.
This is gonna bother me enough that I need to go check right now.
No, yeah, it's Harry. She knocks out like the freaking bookhouse boy who's guarding him.
Oh my god. Okay, dude, I interpreted the scene completely differently. We'll get into it when we get into it. It's literally the final scene in the
Yeah.
episode.
Um,
One more thing I want to say about this is
yeah.
it feels like if you're just reading it, you don't get this, but when the log lady says, how do you treat your fellow human beings at night, just before sleep and so on, I kind of feel like hearing it out loud, there's a bit of like a, you know, the things,
Forcefulness?
no, like, you know, the things poems do, you probably have a word for this, where like, uh, a, a, a phrase or a snippet of text will be sort of positioned between two things, so it can be read as the end of one line or the beginning of another, and
Oh,
everything sort of just flows.
an enjambment.
Yeah. I was gonna say enjambment. So I'm happy that you pronounced it normal style. How do you treat your fellow human beings at night? Kind of emerges out of this in
That's
a way.
fun.
Like it could be like, how do you treat your fellow human beings in romantic situations or when no one's watching, or you know, I don't know. So it's sort of provoked thought in that way.
And she was delivering it like with a I said like forcefulness because it's like she's like really like you know in your heart if you've hurt someone. Like she's really like
Mm,
like stern in a way that I really like. I also just
yeah.
love the world could break apart with sadness in the meantime. What a great way
Yeah.
of saying that. This is also it's kind of giving the straight story.
Ooh, you're so right. Yeah, completely, dude.
Yeah, this is I just think this is a great little 20 seconds of thing to think about.
Yeah, man. All right.
Okay, Lily, you've written that you have a reminder.
Oh, the reminder thing was like, this is a reminder of what the show's actually about and whatever.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I thought you were like, Sadie, I have a reminder for you. But yeah, I agree. Okay. Anyway, quick recap.
Quick recap. Let's hear it.
So, Windom Earle has upped his costume budget hugely, busting out two frankly convincing disguises to freak out Donna and spy on Shelly and Dale. Freak with a PH. Also, he's so mad that Dale is outsourcing his chess to Pete, but Dale has no time for chess. He has to listen to the log lady tell him about triangles. Harry is not taking Josie's death well and spends the whole episode in Sicko Mode. Then Eckhard's former assistant tries to sleep with him, I guess. Meanwhile, Norma's sister Annie arrives in town. Coop loves her coffee and maybe also her big blue eyes. Andy doesn't know jack about chess. Audrey does know jack, and they go on a picnic. Nadine and Ed go to divorce therapy. Thank you.
Nice.
Ben is seemingly actually reformed. And DICK TREMAYNE is back to MC the Stop Ghostwood Save the Weasel fashion show, in which Andy and Lucy slay and the beloved Weasel runs amok. Lily, what do you think of this episode?
We are so back. Oh my God.
We are
this is
so back. Oh my God.
Such a fun episode.
I'm so glad. I was watching it, and the whole time, like, there were so many instances where I was thinking, like, we're so back. The season 2 sauce is back. And I was like, Lily's been a bit less hot on the season 2 sauce than me. I hope. And hearing you say we're so back, I'm filled with joy. I'm delighted.
I think this episode has a lot going for it. First of all, it feels like things have finally actually changed. Like the plot is moving forward.
Yes.
We have a new character or two. Like there's an event in town. There's a small town shenanigan that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. There's just so much that I love. There's Lucy and Andy stuff. There's, there's Harry stuff that I don't love, but that's really my only gripe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it like 9 out of 10, up there.
Yeah, hell yeah! I'm so glad you're with me.
Ride or die.
Shall we? Yes, we are the ride or die sisters. Shall we jump in scene by scene?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so very first scene. Again, the show is treating us to a like capital S sequence to start the episode. We're getting like Harry's sad eyes, and then like a zoom in of him slowly spinning his glass of alcohol while we get his like supercut montage, like, oh, Josie, she was so hot and alive, and now she's dead. I was like, I'm in theory I can kind of fuck with that as like it's a fun little spinny glass montage, but like again, just after how much we hated last episode, and like all the moments that he's remembering are like the moments when the show was like, and it's so great that she's sexually available to him and he's being kind of weird about it.
Yeah, he wasn't good to her. Like,
I know. Okay, yes. And like there's a bit later on where like Hawk and Dale are talking and they're like, he's one of the best. And I'm like, girl, I don't know that he was.
No, he's not a good guy. Like, he's the worst guy on the force.
Yeah. So, okay, anyway. Hawk is bringing him his little Norma breakfast, you know, because he's so Norma, you know, he needs that Norma food to get better.
Made special, Hawk says, which I disagree with. It looks like shit.
Wow, damn, get Norma's ass.
The bacon looks dry, the eggs look dry. It's not, I wouldn't eat that, even at someone's house.
Empty Wentz over here.
Sorry, go on. I had to get that in.
Anyway, so basically you're just like, yeah, Coop's busy thinking about chess, and we see that Harry's all fucked up and he's drinking so much. My other note is I think a fun line of Hawk when he's talking about Windom Earle. He just says, the man has a poor sense of recreation. Yeah, I don't know. This is like, astute. Okay, don't get me wrong. If my girlfriend died like that, I would be sad. But again, it does feel like it just kind of hits the like, it's how Harry feels about Josie is what matters. And
yeah,
we talked about it so much last episode, but just again, the show has previously focused on how people feel about Laura dying, but everything that we talked about over, frankly, the last like 5 or 6 episodes that it's been doing Josie's plotline make it, for me, not hit great here. I kind of like Harry is like, it's a pretty simple town. At least true sentence on TV. And he's like, oh, it used to be. The world caught up to us. And to be honest, I feel like that is a real, like, Harry, I don't think you get it. I don't think the
Yeah,
outside world caught up to Twin Peaks and made it bad. I think Twin Peaks, the town, always had that stuff going on, you know?
I think so. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned this because I want to dig in a little bit. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it feels like the show has been pretty firmly the problem is the fathers and the problem is the businessmen and like
Uh-huh.
the old-timey fixtures of the community. I feel like where this is coming from, okay, I'm thinking about late 80s, early 90s.
Mm.
Uh First of all, that was a time where like panic around crime was really really peaking, and in
Mm-hmm.
particular I think 70s and 80s were really big for like serial killers, right? It felt like, oh, this is
Yeah,
the okay,
yeah.
like obviously I wasn't alive, but the sense I get is this is the decade's crime of choice is serial killing.
Mm-hmm,
Um
mm-hmm.
yeah, I disagree with Harry. He keeps shrinking on me, so to speak. My
Mm.
esteem of him, yeah, he doesn't get it.
And it's interesting because he is really, like, he's Harry S. Truman. He really
Oh
is, I
yeah,
think,
I always forget.
and sometimes we have been really charmed by him. I think this is a real, like, what you think about Harry is kind of like a uh it's like that post, the, like, of the guys working the, like, oil drill, like, mud factory of, like, does like, do you regard this man with respect or disgust? This is a political litmus test. Is like, what do you think about the idea of Harry, of, like, this down to earth, old-fashioned, honest lawman who, loves his Asian wife in the weirdest, most kind slimy way possible.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and it's a real, like, if you are charmed by him, then you're the and, like, I think sometimes the show does make him very charming. And that's the whole thing of, like, then you are on the side of, like, I like the idea of Twin Peaks the town, and if like us,
Yep.
you're transsexual communists, then you're not charmed by him.
Yeah, I think last episode I was talking about Pete in that same way, and I think they both
Mm-hmm.
there's real parallels between them as like two, first of all, sort of old-fashioned guys, but who are also like emotionally
Yeah.
sensitive, who feel love deeply, but the love doesn't matter, right? It doesn't lead
Yeah.
them to like do anything positive. Yeah, I think they're both microcosms of the most frustrating parts of the
Well,
town.
and okay, I feel like last episode I was too busy ragging on it but there is something there about, like, there's a sense of, like, kind of a spreading rot in that I think,
Mm.
like, I think Ben Horn and Jerry Horn are, like, the two most obvious, like, these guys are charming, but we know that they suck. And we established all these other characters and, like, the ways that they are charming. And, like, all these men especially. And then bit by bit, it feels like they are all getting more and more implicated in the, like, underlying darkness,
You're
Pete,
right.
Doc
Yeah.
Hayward, Harry. I feel
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
frankly, Ed is the only guy who is still kind of just a nice guy as far as we know?
And he's sort of off in his little like, despite having connections to Hank, for instance,
Mhm.
and like
Mhm.
other underbelly type people, he's just not really implicated in their plot lines. Like he's not an
Yeah.
agent. We don't blame him for not taking action because like what would he even do, right?
Mhm.
He's maybe the one of the characters who was like the most purely in soap opera land,
Yeah, definitely.
right? He only needs to worry about his own little stuff, and I do love Ed.
I'm thinking also about the whole speech that Jean Renault gave of, like, before Laura died and before Dale came to town, the town was just working as it was. It had its underbelly, and, like, there was this balance almost in a way, and, like,
Yeah.
the further we get in the show, it's like the center cannot hold, whatever Keats poem that is. Uh
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? We all know about the widening gyre. The falcon cannot hear the Parkener. Oh, it's Yeats. It's not Keats. The Second Coming. I always get Keats and Yeats mixed up because they are spelled
Eats and
almost
Yeats.
identically.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like a sense that like if like Laura Palmer as like the thing that was holding the town through at the center like is gone, and now it's just like slowly spinning out of control like a washing machine if you throw a brick in it. You know what I mean?
Shit, dude. Yeah. Yeah, completely. And I mean, the balance, I guess you could say that the balance was held by Maddie coming in and like a lot of characters
Yes.
earlier in the show sort of aiming to replace Laura. And
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thread has been dropped, basically. No one's doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So I totally see it. Mm.
Yeah. Um
Analyzer.
the analyzers, well listen, let's keep that idea in mind and see how that keeps going. Like, and even just like, yeah, so like if the guys who we like keep getting more and more implicated, what's the end point of that? Where do we go with that?
Yeah. Yeah, totally,
Big
dude.
questions. So our next little scene. So we're now introduced to the character that got teased last episode. Norma's sister Annie is in town. She's got big blue eyes. I had to take a screenshot because she look at that. She's got like eyes as big as my cat Finch.
It's like that one picture of Miley Cyrus. You know the one?
The one
She's
with the
also
crazy. Yeah.
the one with the crazy, crazy blue eyes.
Yes.
She also has the
Yes.
most hair of any woman I've seen. Like she's wearing 3 wigs basically.
Yeah. She's serving. So
Yeah.
she's
Oh my
gonna
god. Yeah.
start working at the diner. I love she shows up and she says like, wow, this is it. The real world. I feel like that is making me ding my Twin Peaks metafiction bell a little bit. But you know, she's here in the real world. This is kind of just like introducing that she's gonna do there. But she brings Major Briggs some pie, which he says it's compelling. And then the log lady kind of just like swoops in to the shot to like touch
Yeah.
his like neck where he has his weird like radioactive symbol and go like, whoa, oh my god.
It's some really inspired camera work, the way it like swoops out to reveal her body. This I just wrote the sauce, and there's like a great musical swell that accompanies it
Yes.
too.
Yes,
I like we're
absolutely.
moving along, you know, it's happening.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
Do you
I
wanna
have
just
one last note,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is I
yeah,
think they've
please.
switched out the log. It looks bigger in this episode.
The log grows. It's
Oh.
one of the as the darkness in the town grows, so must the log to try to
So
fight it.
must the log. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, should I take this next one?
Yes, please.
In this next one, Hawk comes to talk to Coop about like how Harry's doing, how's our boy, you know, and just Coop talks about like I'm so sorry, I'm busy with this chess stuff. Hawk sort of defers to Coop. He's like, "You're the senior lawman, Cooper. Let's just let the rain fall as it has been," which I can't tell if this is the show being like sort of oh mystical indigenous, or if it's like just a weird idiom that I haven't heard of.
I don't if this is an idiom, I haven't encountered it. It definitely does feel like the show being like, I bet you that he has a native idiom about how the rain shall continue to fall, you know?
I just purely as an idiom, I do like it because it's not exactly clear what it means. Like, let's just let things continue to happen, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, they talk a little bit about Josie's autopsy, in which it says that when it was done, her body only weighed 65 pounds, which I find to be a really chilling detail.
Yeah, I do like that as a fucked up supernatural thing. Although they kind of just say it and then move on. Like I think they say that like Hawk's like, we better whistle as we go past the cemetery, like a superstition thing. And then they're just like, anyway, how about that chess game?
You're right. Like it's actually a more disturbing detail than they sell it as. Like 65, not like 100 pounds, you know, not like a very small, but still theoretically possible. This is a 5'6" woman or whatever. Like that's really
Yeah.
it's stuck in my mind.
Yeah. Like I don't know what, at least like 40 pounds of her got like absorbed into the wood. It
Is
it
that
is
how much a
very spooky.
soul weighs? Like
I
that's
know, right?
I actually really do like that as a little piece of like
Yeah.
fantasy writing. Okay, speaking of them not really giving this like the gravity that it deserves, there's a newspaper in the scene, and I always love to pause and read a newspaper. It says procedure changes examined by city council, as if I don't know, two people haven't been murdered in the last few weeks, as if
Yeah.
like as if there isn't a serial killer on the loose.
Yeah,
No, city
uh,
council.
this show really loves having like what feels like the most AI generated newspaper articles.
What was it? Asian man killed?
Well, yeah, and then the whole text of the article was like, the council has discussed the matter and will convene in several weeks' time to deliberate on next steps.
Oh my god, it sounds like they took the same copy from this newspaper article, I bet.
Damn, everyone wants to know about the procedure changes examined by city council.
That's about all I have for this one. How about you?
Yeah, it's kind of in and out in a way that is surprising how much they're like, man, Dale kind of hits the like, damn, that's crazy. Sorry for you or happy for you or sorry that happened. Anyway, next up, we're back to Earl. He's been training Leo. Leo's becoming a very good boy pet. He brings him his slippers and his pipe, and he knows how to say those words now. Earl is doing like a crazy breathing thing. I don't know if he's trying to like smell the flower that he has really good, but he's just like kind of blocking one nostril and inhaling as deep as he can.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
don't
what's
get
up
it.
with that, bro. You're crazy.
You're
Um,
crazy.
he oh, let me see if I can find the script or the transcript because yeah, okay. He says he's going off about like how lovely the country is. He's like, even if you've been to the country before, when you try to imagine what it would be like to go back, the image is imperfect. The mental image is always imperfect. Am I right? To which Leo just kind of stands there and he's like, a passive agreement is acceptable, Leo. Your silence speaks volumes. And he goes on and on. But he's just like, he's really hitting the, well, what's the deal with the mental image? Am I right? He's getting the newspaper to see Coop's chess move, and he realizes, oh my god, instantly, he's going for a stalemate. And then he's like, Coop doesn't even know what the fuck a stalemate is. He doesn't know shit about chess. He's cheating. I'm so mad. He like swings his fucking weapon bamboo flute at Leo, and we get like little birds flying away SFX, and then starts like playing the flute in a way that's like the most obviously like the actor is just blowing into it and
Yeah.
they
Oh my
ADR'd
god,
some
yeah.
flute in, and then we end on a little zoom in on his ring, which is presumably his like wedding ring to Carolyn, who he killed, I'm
Oh,
assuming.
sure. It was very pointed, and I actually, okay, it's an interesting ring. It almost looks like rope in like a knot or a noose, right? Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Mushroom. Oh my god, tiniest meow. We don't hear
Oh,
much from Mushroom on this show. Let's give her a minute. Hi, baby. Okay.
sorry. I'm looking at your notes and you said you're saying like he's twirling a flower. Which one? My dad says gerbera or however that's pronounced. And I guess that's the name of a flower, but I thought you were just making a note that like my dad said gerbera just as like a nonsense word. It was just like, by the way.
Oh my god. Okay, yes, because my dad used to work in flowers, and
Oh.
so I was curious because flowers, especially white flowers, carry such a symbolism with them. So I
Hmm.
wanted to look up what a gerbera means, because I feel like that could tell us why he is holding one. Okay. Gerberas symbolize innocence, purity, cheerfulness, and loyal love. That's interesting. I was not going to be my guess. Innocence, purity, definitely things this show is
Apparently it's
interested in.
gerbera.
Gerbera,
Sorry, I've
okay.
just
Fuck me, I
discovered the
guess.
enchanting world of gerberas, and fuck Lily, by the way, and cover their spiritual meanings and symbolism in various colors. Purity of
Gladly.
light. I'd love to discover the enchanting world of gerberas.
Gladly. Um, Thinking about innocence and purity, I mean, dude has definitely spent the two last episodes like going for teenage girls or
It's
like at least
true.
very
It's true.
young
It's true.
women. So that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Um what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the ring, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm
Uh-huh.
not gonna lie. I thought, okay, maybe this is some like very culturally specific ring that, like, similar to the flower, has some deeper significance. So
Mm-hmm.
I googled Twin Peaks ring, and
Oh, you fucked up.
I made some huge
Girl,
mistake.
girl, you're not allowed to Google shit. I've been
I
telling
can't.
you. It's
Okay,
dangerous.
I know, but I thought first of all, I thought this 5 second shot of a ring, like,
Uh-huh.
I think what I found was not actually about this ring. It was about some sort of like
Okay.
metaphysical ring. I didn't click on any links, okay, because I could tell I had fucked
Okay.
up.
Okay.
But I thought I had a handle on the show's symbolism, and now it's like, okay, this
Oh,
is not a spoiler because I didn't really finish reading what I was reading, but it was something along the lines of like the ring controls the flow of evil in the
oh,
universe or
girl,
whatever.
okay. Because did you click on art or you just saw like the preview of a fucking like wiki page or whatever?
I saw the preview and I could tell, okay, this is not the ring that I'm actually looking up. It's some cosmic ring or something.
Yeah, Twin Peaks is part of the Lord of the Rings cinematic universe, actually. Um,
So I hope no one takes this as a spoiler. I hope it's oblique enough because, like, I don't know what the hell that means.
well, okay. I'll tell you what. I was gonna say. My note just said ring dot dot dot. Because you know what I was gonna say was I was gonna say, yeah, the show has brought up rings before. Like Coop gave his ring to the giant and then got it given
Oh.
back to him.
Oh
And
yeah.
now, and I was like, yeah, at the time, I was like, yeah, that's it's like he's kind of is it like a wedding ring? Is he kind of forming some kind of like pact?
I
Like is he
remember.
tying himself to these spirits? Hmm, that's suspicious. And now we're getting a ring
Huh.
here. So I mean, you've been spoiled to know that rings are an image that will return in a substantial way in Twin Peaks. And here's the thing, Lily, this is why, like, I know we've already watched a lot of Twin Peaks, but you really don't know how much and what kind of like symbolism and imagery and like load bearing lore and symbol things are ahead, and I love it. But yeah, so viewers, you can join us in being like slightly spoiled land. Here's the things that we know that we're not allowed to know. One, Major Briggs will become a floating head in space. Two, rings will feature prominently, and there might be some kind of fucked up ring in the future. But listen, I feel like this can be a productive spoiler because now you'll just be thinking about rings and going, "Whoa, interesting," you know.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. I'm not mad
Okay,
at it. I feel a little bit silly. It's just like you pick a noun and it feels like you Google noun Twin Peaks and you get spoiled for something.
yeah, no, you can't. Like, you really, you. It's there's so many things.
Oh,
Like,
there's so many
you could
things.
Google Twin Peaks teapot and have a and get owned, you know?
Ah, shit.
I'm not
Now I
joking, by
want
the
to.
way.
No, I believe you. I totally believe you. All
um
right, should we keep going?
okay, no, hold on. I have one more thing to say
Yeah.
about the character of Windom Earle. Why the fuck does he have like a samurai bamboo flute that he plays the flute on and also is his weapon? He's just like everything about Windom Earle is like he needs to take off one piece of clothing before he leaves the house. All of his schemes are like he sets up the scheme and then he gives an extra hint about it or an extra like complicating thing. He couldn't just send a ripped in three note to the girls. He also sent another note saying that they should all meet. He's like an OC a teenager made. Like he's
That's
got too
so
much going on.
funny. He
He's the
does have
he's
too
the
much going on.
he's the twisted genius who's so smart at chess and killed his wife. And also, he has a samurai bamboo flute. Why? Why does he have that? He doesn't need that. Take one thing
Like,
off.
the portrait of him I get in this episode is like the learned man gone sick and twisted, which it like I thought they were going for like lawman gone insane, but he gives me like my friend's creepy professor dad.
Yes,
That's
yes,
the vibe I get with
absolutely.
like being really into flutes.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's all I had. You can take us to the next one.
All right. Okay, we are at the hotel, which I will resist calling the lodge. And we start on some beautiful and wonderfully dressed ladies who I assume are here for the Twin Peaks, the Stop Ghostwood fashion show.
Uh-huh.
Even Dick Tremaine, I gotta hand it to him. He looks great in this. And I think that's just like establishing, oh yeah, remember about this? This is happening. But the most interesting thing for me in this scene is that Audrey runs into fucking Five Names Wheeler, and
Yeah.
they have a little chat that honestly sells me on their chemistry. They just go back and forth like apologizing for what happened last episode. Oh, I was, no, I was. You have nothing to apologize for, and so on. And they decide to go on a picnic.
Yeah, I really think I'm just like John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, the actor's like pure suaveness is selling it.
Yeah.
I do love Dick is back. Um he has
Mm-hmm.
some really great like fuck ass Dick Tremaine. He's like, ah, ladies staring directly at their boobies. You truly represent the sanctity of nature. I love his identity as like a type of trope of like guy who's really gay but is so horny for ladies, you know? We
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
They don't make him like that on TV anymore.
No, the Jeremy Fragrance type.
Yes, exactly.
Also, can I just remind us that Dick is from here? He was born here. He
God,
probably
it's
went to high
so
school with
funny.
these women. And like, I feel like they must just be so like over his shit.
Oh,
I like to think that at some point in high school he started doing the
oh,
accent.
absolutely. Yeah.
Type
Just
of
like
kid to
one
wear a
Christmas
suit and
break
tie
and then
to school every day.
yes,
Yeah, because
absolutely. Yeah.
we all knew that kid.
Audrey tells him that Tim Pinkle is going to help with the event. He's like a weasel expert or whatever. And Dick is just like, what's a pinkle? And then later he comes out and shows him the weasel and he says, oh, what is it? Yeah, Audrey's like, he's giving a talk on the pine weasel, the endangered animal. And Dick goes, oh, what is it, a raccoon or something? Girl, she just said it's a weasel.
It's a weasel, idiot.
It's so good. Dick Tremaine, I love this guy.
Me too. Yeah.
This next scene is our final, I think, remnant of last episode in terms of fuck you, Dale Cooper. Please tell us about it.
Yeah, okay. So this is Coop has heard that Harry's not doing so hot, goes to the bookhouse, I think, right? To go talk to him and like hopefully snap him out of this thing that he's in. And he does so terribly. Okay, so he basically goes like, Harry, you need to accept the kind of woman she was. She was a hardened criminal. She had felony charges in Hong Kong on top of these 2 murders here. She tried to kill me. And none of this gets to him. And then he says, and she had a couple prostitution arrests. And this clearly upsets Harry.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And that's when Coop is like, yeah, it's going to help to know she was a hardened criminal, a killer. I think this is the worst. If this shit wasn't already stamped, it's fucking time to hit that We Stamp Dale bingo card. This is the most I'm like, Dale, what the fuck? Like, can you lay off?
Man.
That's such a shitty thing to say on like so many levels.
It's so fucked. I mean, it's a terrible way to talk about anyone, but like there's such overwhelming evidence that Josie was being like trafficked by these men, and frankly they should have died.
Yes. And also, Dale Cooper knew that Laura Palmer was doing sex work. Like
Wait,
he
oh my God,
wasn't
yeah.
like that. He was like at that he's like, wow, the good girl got caught up in the wrong thing. But like now he's talking about this as if it's like that Josie, she was just so salacious. She couldn't
Yeah.
help to ensnare men in and she got arrested for it. And it's like, this
By
is
virtue
so
of not being
gross.
American or white. Yeah.
Yes, no, definitely. And also, okay, all that aside, it's also like, girl, his girlfriend just died. I don't think it's
Uh-huh.
going to help him get over that he watched his girlfriend die. Like, we're just thinking, like, in universe here, like, outside of our, like, fucking, like, art criticism. If my friend's girlfriend just died, I wouldn't be like, hey, don't worry. She was a slut. You need to get over it. Like, girl, what is wrong with you?
That's insane. No, you're so right. You're so right. Okay, let me take a look at the bingo card really quick. Do we? Oh yeah, we've already stamped We Hate Dale,
I
so
think
we can't
stamped it
stamp
last
We
time,
Hate
but
Dale.
fucking we're stamping it again. But it's just like, yeah, this is like genuinely the most pissed off I've ever been at Dale Cooper, because that's like,
Yeah, man.
so this is we went off about it all last episode, and this is like just it's so condensed into one of like, why do you, and the show seems to assume that we would agree with him about this, like be so invested in like demonizing Josie that you are saying this about it. And like I say that the show like seems to think that we'll agree with it. Maybe there's a read here again that like this kind of spreading rot, more and more of the men who we like in Twin Peaks are being more and more brought into the things that like the evil. I genuinely
Yeah.
can't tell if the show feels that way about this or not, but
Yeah.
either way, I'm like, Dale Cooper, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself, Dale. Yeah, honestly, this is such a stain on an otherwise excellent episode.
Yeah.
Okay, also another lower stakes complaint about this is I think I've realized, and maybe I've realized this before, but I think the guy who plays Harry might not be a very good actor.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Yeah.
I think in every scene he's in, and this is also down to maybe some imperfect direction, in every scene he's in towards the end, he has a like where he just really goes off, and he just it's so goofy and totally totally
Yeah, I agree.
undersells the actual devastating emotion that should be happening. Yeah, my note is just, wait, is Harry bad at acting?
Yeah, no, it's really like I think like he's good at acting at that particular like no, you go ahead, Coop. I got your back kind of lines, but as soon as he's being asked to vamp it
Yeah.
up here, he really he is just like ah! And it's
He doesn't have the
not selling
range.
it. You know what the vibe is? The like every now and then Star Trek shows will do a thing where they'll just like make up a sci-fi reason to give one of the actors an excuse to vamp out, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, some kind of space entity possessed you and you're evil for an episode. And it's basically always just an excuse to be like, oh yeah, usually you just stand around and go like, this path that we've taken, I must advise against it. It is not prudent. And then to give the actor an excuse for one episode to just be like, ha 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 ha, all shall bow before Nebulon.
That's
And
fun.
that's what
That's
he's
fun.
giving here. He's just like
Yeah.
that same level of just like, I'm so mad, you know?
That's really funny.
Anyway, shall we go on?
Let's.
Yeah. So we then get a little scene. Catherine is like looking over some architectural blueprints, and Eckhard's assistant Jones just walks in. I think this is the lady who we saw with him last time when they were talking Afrikaans, except she just sounds like
She sounds totally generic American to me in this scene.
yeah. She's just like fancy ladies. So I'm like, was she just not South African? Was he and she just learned the language? I don't know. Anyway, she walks in. She's like, oh, the door was open. You know, Catherine's like, country habit. We're all so trusting.
I really like this. It's so ironic.
Yeah, I do hate that she's like, oh, you know, we're gonna bury Josie and Eckhard side by side. He really did love her. That's appalling. She deserves better than
Yeah.
that. Again, the show going so out of its way to defile Josie at basically every opportunity. I do like that as they're talking, Catherine just like pulls out her pistol from under the desk. She just keeps that thing on her as she's reviewing her like architectural blueprints is pretty funny. And Jones is like, yeah, it was Eckhard's dying wish for you to have some fuck-ass box, and gives her a box.
And
So
do we
that's
even see what's in it? I don't think we do.
no, we don't.
Not even
No,
in
we
the
do
rest
not.
of the episode.
No.
Yeah.
So,
well, box. That's
in and
box
out,
for you.
being shitty to Josie, and here, he wanted you to have box.
Okay, next up. Oh man, this is a killer scene. This is Windom Earle dressed up as like a kindly, about 60-year-old doctor named Gerald Craig. He shows up outside the Hayward household. Hayward, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I always get her mixed up with Donna Haraway. She shows up outside the Hayward household. Sorry, let me take that again. He knocks on their door and is like very polite, says, you know, I'm passing
Wait,
through town.
Sorry, this might mean that I make you keep that in, but I am obsessed with Donna Haraway being in Twin Peaks. It's like, Dale Cooper, have you read the Cyborg Manifesto?
So true. Okay.
Sorry, I threw you so off.
No, it's okay. He knocks on the door and he's like, you know, I'm an old friend of your dad's from medical school. I'm just passing through town on my way to Spokane, Washington for a conference. And he comes in and they have a chat that is like off-puttingly nice for the most part.
Yeah.
Windom Earle, like, he obviously, we know that he's up to some evil scheming, and there is the threat of like, oh my god, is he about to try to kill her?
Mm-hmm.
But no, he just comes in and like, I don't know, the character that he's chosen here is like a humble guy who carries a deep sadness and like a lingering regret about how his life turned out. And he gives advice to Donna that seems to be genuine, you know, about like these crazy high school years. I will say that there is a tension throughout that comes from the fact that this is almost exactly the shot and exactly the location where we had that "It's you and I," where you know, Bob crawls through the frame at Maddie, and it's just this horrifying moment. So yeah, like the specter of male violence is palpable. But nothing happens. He gives Donna a little box and says, "This is a small gift for your dad. Don't open it, and call me at this phone number." And that's it. He just leaves.
It is really good how it evokes that. And like, I'm just thinking about that shot again, because like it was just in that living room, but it was shot in such a way that made it look like it was in a like no house that Twin Peaks has ever been in, you know? Like it just made just like the way that Bob crawling shot, it just made it look so, I think it was like being from the low angle and just like framing it differently.
It was lit weird. Yeah.
Anyway,
killer top moment.
Yeah, my main note here is just like, damn, I didn't recognize Earl at first. He's really gone is his like little fuck ass mustache and being like, "A card for Miss Horn, please." He's really doing disguises.
Can anyone who's good at budgets help me? My family is starving. I keep spending $5,000 on mustaches.
My boy pet is starving. So I'm just gonna So anyway, then we're off to Pete. Pete has like 5 chessboards going. He looks haggard. He's like been up all night. He's been trying to figure out his stalemate. He gives a whole speech to Dale, and he's like, there's no way to do it without losing at least 6 pieces. Meanwhile, Andy and Lucy are playing chess, and they have an argument over whether Andy's allowed to move the knight without doing the hook thing.
The hook thing.
There's like
it's a really cute moment.
A little line I love. He's like, you know, he said, "I've been reading all the books and have jerry-rigged a couple of these country standoffs that don't happen in the books." This is basically, I think, just to set up stakes for how this sick and twisted chess game is gonna lose lives.
Yeah. So what is it he says? Like, he says most stalemates end with like a dozen pieces off the board. And even if he somehow turns that into 6, no. Essentially he's saying like 6 people are gonna die.
Sick and twisted. But I feel like this is mainly kind of a lead up for the next scene, which is the log lady and Garland Briggs showing up, kind of like it's our turn on the Xbox energy.
Yeah.
Do you want to take us away into that scene?
Please. Okay, yeah. So Major Briggs, we are so back. I love anytime he's on screen. He shows up in the lobby with the log lady, and they're like, "We need to talk." They want to talk to Cooper about how Margaret has recognized this, you know, this burnt-in symbol. It's the 3 triangles. We saw this earlier in the season. And it turns out that Margaret has a similar but not identical one, which is like 2 triangles a little more closely together. Dale pulls up a piece of chalk and renders this on the chalkboard as Twin Peaks, baby. As 2 jagged, like, oh my god, this is the first indication that the Twin Peaks actually have a significance, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as she saw it, I was like, "Lady, that's the Twin Peaks logo. You didn't know you had that on you?
That's where the show you're on, genius."
Yeah.
So Margaret got her her marking when she was 7. And
Mhm.
she mentions that she also, when her husband died in the fire, she saw a flash of light and heard the call of an owl, which is the same thing that happened, she realizes, to Garland when he like was whisked away,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So this is big. It's all coming together. And it's interesting to hear that Margaret's husband's death might be implicated somehow.
Yeah, she says the only other time I saw that sign and heard that sound was right before my husband died in a fire.
Yeah.
Whoa. I love like Briggs is like, I'm connecting with something. Cooper's like, what? Log Lady says, I don't know. So
But she is too.
we have mysteries going on. But yeah, I don't
We
know.
have
Lily, what do you
mysteries.
think about these triangles? Do you have any triangle based theories?
um okay, well, I remember what we talked about last time this came up, which is just that I recognize the 3 triangles as like a biohazard symbol, or
Mm-hmm.
I guess more
Mm-hmm.
specifically like a nuclear waste symbol.
Yeah.
And you had sort of encouraged me in the direction of like, oh, like radiation gets into the ground, and
Mm.
could poison things that grow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of something I could see, that the peaks being radioactive in the most literal reading.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know, like what gets me here is the flash of light is a
Yeah.
distinctly Bob symbol, but it also comes up in this
Mm.
place that I can't tie to Bob directly. Like the
Yeah.
White Lodge thing when Garland disappeared, there was not a mention of Bob that I can recall. Oh shit, but the owl. But the owl.
We do hear the owls. She does talk about the owls.
Mm.
I feel like there's something about like the flash of light. Like I think of a camera, right?
Okay, I'm gonna riff on this so hard during the fashion show because there's a really obtrusive camera flash repeatedly.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, but like, and I feel like even just thinking about like every time we've seen Coop in like spirit vision when he's had like the spotlight shined on him, it's like as if he's
Yeah.
on stage, there's something about
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
this like spirit stuff that has to do with performance and like being somehow performing, being seen, being captured, getting taken a picture of, obviously being filmed on a TV
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, because, okay, I know this is something also that, like, the Twin Peaks logo, I forget if this is something that I've mentioned before. Like, this is one of the things that is, like, a common, or, like, I know is an internet reading of it as, like, you
Yeah.
can kind of read it as, like, a sine wave, like, of either sound wave,
Mm.
radio wave, like, any kind of, like, TV being broadcast in that kind of sense.
I
Like,
like
just, like,
that. Yeah.
literally when you see it, I think, like, there's we're getting all these things that are, like, pointing at all this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm even just thinking, like, yeah, she said she's walking as she was 7, heard a flash, and then, like, it was a day later. And even, like, thinking about how Coops just kinda, like, or not Coop, Briggs just kinda disappeared and reappeared. There is a, like, metafiction read on that in the sense of, like, it's like if, like, you left the show and became just the actor out in our real world,
Oh my God,
and then
love
go
that.
back on Twin Peaks a couple episodes later, and it's like it's almost like that is the vehicle by
Fun.
which Garland Briggs left and came back, you know?
Uh, Alternate but similar read. Like if we're thinking about the flash of light as a camera flash, it
Mhm.
also sort of harkens back to, in the first few episodes, the show was really fixated on the videotape of Laura and Donna on the
Mm.
picnic, right?
Yes, yes.
And I had this little theory I was toying around with, that Laura was somehow like, it being the persistent image of Laura in a way like
Yeah.
trapped her soul or her memory
Yeah.
and sort of frozen in time, right?
Mhm.
So like
Mhm.
with a thing like that, if you're captured in a video, you can totally pick up a day later as if no time has passed.
Mm.
I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't
Like,
know. It's not, I don't have it super concrete, but
yeah, it's like as if like when she's talking about going on a walk and coming back and it's been a day, but for her it hasn't. It's like she's experiencing time as a character on a video would when you hit pause and then hit play a day later. For them, it
Yeah,
just went.
totally.
Oh, I kind of love that. Okay, well, yeah, this is I love we got all that. Oh, we're getting back into real Twin Peaks analysis.
Analysis,
Look at us
baby.
go. Look at us
There's something to
go.
analyze. It's
Yeah.
like Christmas.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So, do we want to take our mid-episode break there?
Yeah, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for Tales from the Log.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Okay.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody. It's Sadie. It's time for me to tell you that we're basically only able to make the show because of your support at tstv.show. It's our Patreon. You can give us $3. You can get our beautiful bonus episodes. As of this one coming out, we kind of did a 1-2 thematic punch. The most recent episode out is going to be The Wizard of Oz, and then right after that, coming out the week after this episode, is Wild at Heart, David Lynch's most Wizard of Oz-y movie. A movie which I was not expecting to be in my top 3 David Lynch movies, but I think it might be. It is just that much fun, and if you care about butches and femmes and camp heterosexuality, you should watch that movie and hear what we have to say about it. Also, honestly, just tell your friends about the show. We don't run ads except for when we tell you to go to tstv.show. So if you have a friend who likes Twin Peaks or has been a friend who you want to get them to start watching Twin Peaks and you're like, here's a way to do that, let them know that they might like the show. That's how people check it out. When people check it out, that's great. Anyway, enjoy the episode. Bye. Greetings.
Greetings, lovely meetings.
Oh, greetings, lovely meetings. We love to have fun.
Not me, but I'm happy for you.
I'm going to attack you, biting, attacking.
No! Greetings are deadly serious to me, Sadie.
Greetings, greelings, evil meetings. Okay, shall we?
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1. We're back.
You can't. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
I forgot that
Hi.
this is the episode where you count me in.
I was actually counting myself in, but then I didn't have anything to say. It's time for Tales from the Log, the segment where you kind of get the gist. Who's not in this episode, Sadie?
Let me see. Oh, James is not in this episode. But that's because Bobby isn't in this episode.
Yeah, I missed him this episode actually.
Yeah.
I feel like he's probably just catching up on classes, you know?
Where did we see Bobby last? Was Bobby in last episode? Yeah, Bobby
Yeah.
was debuting the Ghostwood campaign. Yeah. Stop Ghostwood. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he's
you
not
think-
involved in this stuff.
yeah, you think he's finally go to school?
Maybe he's finally going to school. He's reconnecting with his old pal Snake. But okay, that's normal. We need to make it goofier. Stroking my chin. Who else isn't in this episode? Ernie. Remember Ernie? What a weird little 3-episode character. Oh, he
Wait,
was
who the
arrested though,
fuck-
wasn't
Oh, Ernie. Yeah. Man, I was like, who the fuck was Ernie? Yeah.
he? Who the fuck was Ernie? It's a pretty balanced episode all in all, isn't it?
Did you know that? Sorry, I just had the list open. Did you know that Eileen Howard, Donna's mom, is played by Mary Jo Deschanel? Oh, that's
Of Zoe fame?
Yeah, because I remember one of the episodes was directed by Zoe Deschanel's dad. So I guess
It's a family business.
yeah, the
That's kinda
Deschanel
cool.
family Twin Peaks business. Because we can come up with some fuck shit for Bobby to be doing at school.
Okay, yeah.
I feel
yeah,
like
will
him
you-
because
will you lead us?
we get a brief glimpse of Mike the Snake. I'm like, I feel like him and Mike have got to have a crazy okay. Here's the scene.
Let's hear it.
Bobby is finally back in class, and the teacher has put him and Mike on opposite ends of the classroom because they keep disturbing the class when they're together.
They would.
However, Bobby really wants to know wants to hear everything about Mike's crazy fuck ventures with Nadine.
Who
And
wouldn't?
so they are coming up with more and more elaborate ways to pass notes across the entire classroom, from like
Oh my
throwing it
God.
over when the teacher looks at the board. They set up like a passing it, please, no, just pass it to him. Go. They set up like a pulley system, just trying against all
Yeah.
odds to get the tea.
Yeah, and then okay, let's say they have a bit of a clothesline situation on like very thin fishing wire, so it's barely visible.
Yeah.
But the teacher intercepts it because she's like, "Why is there a note floating in the air?"
Uh-huh.
And um, and she snaps it down from the wire. And what does it say?
Just insanely censored details about their crazy sex act.
Yeah, we can't get into it. This is a family show, and he is still a high schooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a family show, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like that. I think okay, one last little detail. After the clothesline is cut down, they try with paper airplanes, but it hits someone in the ear.
So true.
And
Classic.
so
Classic.
Bobby's suspended again.
Damn, he's just gonna have to go back to his
Doesn't have to go back.
shenanigans. Well, that's Tales from the Log.
That's Tales from the Log.
Okay. Take us to the picnic.
Absolutely. Cut to Jack Jimbo Bimby or fucking whatever singing a song about being a lonely cowboy who's gonna die to Audrey on their picnic.
Yeah.
And she goes like, no one's ever sang a song for me before, which is sweet. Their chemistry is real, but why that song? It's not a love song. It's a song about a cowboy dying, isn't it?
Like, yes, but I think the type of masculinity that he is, I think it's so important. It's such a like important constitutive factor to be hot the way he's hot, to sing a song of to have the mournful
Yeah.
energy of a lonely cowboy dying out on the prairie, you know?
No, this makes sense. This makes sense. It's
It
the
is kind
show-
of giving. I love that this is just what we like fade in on, though. It is kind of giving. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Like, thanks for the picnic. Let me sing you my cowboy song.
Yeah. Before they eat, by the way, almost as like a saying grace. This is the show. The show steps into like 3 new genre spaces in this episode. First is like in the hairy scenes, there's a bit of a noir thing going on,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Especially with the music and the smoky, lighting and everything. This is cowboy scene, and the third is my favorite. We'll get into that in a little bit. Audrey has a line in this that I really like, which is, I don't think anybody really knows me. When she talks about, like, no, there's no one else in my life. I'm not really close to anyone. And first of all, that's sad. I love you, Audrey. Second of all, it calls back to, again, like season 1 Audrey, where she was like, she was playing up artifice a lot. She was being very, she sort of realized, oh, this is all kind of bullshit, but she enjoyed that, and she danced to her own theme song diegetically and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
But now it's like we're seeing the other side of that coin. Now she wants genuine connection, and she feels like she's been presenting this like fake, character of herself.
I do like that as a read. Yeah.
I was rewatching this pretty good video essay by Ian Danskin of Innuendo Studios about Daria, where he talks about like the Gen X stereotype of like disaffected teenager. And Audrey kind of plays to me as like coming from a similar place as Daria, as like feeling things really deeply, but sort of needing to shield things with this like ironic guise. Yeah, I actually really like this insight into Audrey.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
It's a good scene. It's a good scene.
Yeah.
Oh, and the last thing, oh my god. Yeah, these two, okay. Audrey takes an apple out of the picnic basket and just puts it right in front of dude, and he bites into it like without taking it from her hand, and then he gets embarrassed about like, oh my god, I took a big bite, it's so embarrassing. So he like shields his face. It's honestly
Oh,
really
that is
adorable.
good. Yeah, no,
It's
that's what I
very
mean.
charming.
As far as like they've inserted a like venture capitalist cowboy into the show to be Audrey's new romance, Billy Zane is basically carrying it solely on his charisma.
It's true. It's true. And I want to say, like, okay, if they wanted to make us sad about Josie dying, they could have given us scenes like this, and they chose not to.
Yeah. Yes. Very good point. Very good point. Yes.
Yeah. Boom. Huge win for
Boom.
Lily.
Huge win for Lily. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. One last thing I'll mention before we move on is I
Uh-huh.
think the reason I'm letting myself have fun with this, like, Audrey age gap romance, whereas the Dale one felt really gross, is they're on more equal footing here. They're both like
Yeah.
on the board of the Ben Horn Corporation or whatever. Whereas with Coop, it was like he was much more in a father figure role, which was gross.
Well, it's also like I think they're being intentionally kind of obfuscating how much older he is. Like Coop definitely is older,
Yeah.
and he's like, we know he had a picture of her, but it's also implied like it felt like maybe he was also a kid ish when he had a picture of her as a kid, and he kind
Mm.
of, I don't know, he said he came up through construction or whatever. Like it feels like could be plausibly like, I don't know. If she's 18, he could plausibly be like 22, which is still a gap,
Ah.
but like it feels like and even like the way that he's acting, like this little embarrassed stuff, like he is being more not juvenile, but like he's played more young, I think, it feels very intentionally to offset it from how obvious the gap was with Coop.
This makes sense. This makes sense. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can get behind that.
Um
Here's Wonderwall.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Okay, Sadie, what if we played the entirety of Wonderwall right after that?
Today is gonna
It's
be the
gonna be the
day that
day
I'm
that
gonna
I'm
take
gonna
it
throw
back,
it back to
to
you.
you. We should play the Neil
Ba-na.
Cicierega Wonderwall. That's just like today. Anyway, he wouldn't sue us. I feel like the rights holders for Wonderwall would. I feel like Neil Cicierega would let us play anything, you know?
That's hilarious. I'm down with it. Okay, shall I move us on?
Yes.
Okay. Well, according to the fandom wiki, Doctor and Eileen Hayward come home from the grocery store.
Does he have a first name? Hold on. He must have a first name. Oh, he's
He
Will.
must have. Will
Anyway.
Hayward. Unmemorable. Anyway, the point of the scene is Donna tells him like, "Hey, your buddy stopped by. Your buddy Craig. His last name is Craig. Your buddy
Yeah.
Craig." A chill sort of overtakes the room, and Doc Hayward says, "You know, I actually have the quote here. It's really good. Gerald Craig was my roommate. He drowned on a rafting trip in the Snake River. I was there, Donna. I tried to save him."
Yeah, he says,
Which
I remember.
really...
He says, I remember the last thing Craig said to me. It was now recording.
That's a joke for literally just us.
Yeah. It's our Discord backup bot for when we record.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So
I threw you way off with that one.
It's really funny. But yeah, like the whole idea of like, okay, you received a message, but that man's dead. Like that could be done generically, but this, I think it's well done to give like a little tinge of like, hey, friendly reminder, your father is carrying around unimaginable sadness with him every day.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot. Anyway, Doc Hayward opens the box, the gift, and he's like, "Oh my god, this is a chess move. It's a chess piece.
Mm-hmm.
I need to take this down to Dale immediately." So I guess everyone just knows now that the chess game is about murder, because like I thought they were keeping that under wraps.
Yeah, I mean, okay, well, hold on. He's the doctor. He must have been like dissecting that guy they found pointing at the chess piece or whatever, right?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But yeah, it's kind of just oh my god, it's spooky. but I do also like his speech about that. And
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't really have much more to say there. Want to go to divorce therapy?
Let's get divorced.
Okay, so Jacoby is trying to help Ed and Nadine discuss a divorce. Nadine is like, well, yeah, it's a breakup, the big final breakup. You know, it's the dating years. And Ed's like, oh, brother, I don't know if I can put up with this anymore. Um, what is it that she says when she tries to wink? She's saying, like, listen, well, one thing I really don't want to see, Ed, are any incidents with Mike. No jealous rages. Well, maybe just one. And then, like,
Yeah.
does a big dramatic wink, but then upon winking realizes that she can't see it all. And this is like,
Yeah.
this is one of those that I think is like on the ableism border, but it is also funny to me for better or worse. But she, yeah, it's like, does a big wink and then realizes, wait, I can't see anything. And then realizes that she has the eye patch and is like, oh my God, I think I'm blind in one eye.
I've just gone blind in one eye. It's so
Yeah.
good. On my initial watch through, I thought, oh, this is them talking about divorce, like shocked her in some way that she realized this. But no, like the
Mhm.
realization was underway before. She's on her own journey.
Yeah, it's great. It's really
It's
good.
her world. We're just living in it.
Yeah, this is like another, I don't have too much to say, but it's just a little scene of them, but she's a queen every time.
She's a queen every time. It doesn't really clarify whether the divorce is going to happen because like she doesn't really process that information and maybe
Yeah.
she's not capable of it. So we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Another little scene, but one with mystery afoot. So kind of a cunty little shot where basically like see Donna uh like coming down the stairs. And oh, and she sees her mother answering the door. But for who? Ben Horn. And he takes her
Yeah.
hand and kind of like kneels down because she's in a wheelchair to like whisper something to her, but it's not clear what. My note is just, Ben Horn, what are you cooking, you slut?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a real quick one of just like, there's something going on. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah. Well, it bends like bending down to whisper could also sort of be read like sensually, right? At first I thought
Yeah,
he
he
was gonna kiss
definitely like
her.
takes her hand in a very sensuous way, I would say.
Yeah. So I like that ambiguity. I like okay, I'm gonna call it. Let's use our premium sound effect. Bingo for
Bingo!
remember that character?
Oh yeah.
Because Donna's mom hasn't been a factor in the plot at any point. And like, I forgot about her frequently. But now maybe she's going to have something to do. So that would be awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have any, well, maybe, okay, you know what? Let's put that down. Let's put down on the next time on Twin Peaks. I'm gonna say like Donna's
Let's
mom
figure out
and
what she's
Ben,
doing.
question mark? Because I do want to
Yeah.
hear your speculations on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so uh with that mystery left open, oh, I really like this scene. Okay, we're at the diner. Norma is looking at a flyer for the Miss Twin Peaks contest and is like, Shelly, you should do it. Um, just answer some questions. I bet you could take it away. You get a cash prize and a scholarship. Shelly is like grabs like a spoon and pretends it's a microphone and is like, Miss Double R Diner, what would you do to bring about world peace? Well, I would bring all the world leaders together, make them form a circle and join hands, because you can't make a fist holding hands. It's Norma's like encouraging her, like you're a shoe, and she's
Yeah.
like, I've got an order up. I really love this. It's
Me
so fun
too.
to see Imagine Amok as Shelly just like queening out and not be in the like vector of just like Leo Bobby zone, basically,
Dude, yeah. We're getting to know her. She's so
Yes.
fun.
Yes, she is so fun, and like every scene of her and Norma is like, it's women time.
It feels in this moment to me like also because she does like a little twirl or a little dance move
Yes.
that sort of plays up her like her waitress outfit
Uh-huh.
in a way that read to me as like, I know this is a very 50s setting and I think that's silly and fun, you know?
Yes. Yeah. No,
Camps it up.
absolutely. Yeah. So she brings her order to a biker who again, this w- thi- thi- I'm just gonna read my note. Thank you, Biker of Wisdom, because basically she's like, oh, he's like, what's with the dance? She's like, oh, my boss told me I should enter a pageant, Miss Twin Peaks. And he's like, now you can kid about it, but you are very pretty. That's an inner thing, I think you should enter. And I wrote, thank you, Biker of Wisdom, ... because I hadn't clocked it. And then I did. Wait, that Biker of Wisdom is the Earl of Villainy in disguise. His disguises keep getting me.
Oh my god. It's so good.
And then this other little bit in the diner here is that Coop is like getting served coffee by Annie, and he kind of looks up and is like, oh my god, she's so pretty. Wow. She pours him a cup of coffee, and he sees a little self-harm scar on her wrist, and a very like, he's Coop, but he's not gonna, he's circumspect. He's not gonna say anything. And we get a return of a gimmick of his that I had forgotten about. Which is like, she's about to go away, and he puts his hand up like, halt, and await my coffee verdict, as he takes a sip. And as always, he's like, this coffee is great. You did it just right.
Bingo for coffee, by the way.
Oh, yes. This is a
Bingo.
Substantial coffee bing time.
Bing time.
I know we were just saying, again, fuck Dale Cooper like an hour ago, but listen, he's charmed me once again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's got a little chemistry with Annie, and he's back on his little coffee, but Earl is spying on him. Oh my god. And then just the scene ends with Hawk being like, hey, we got trouble at the bookhouse, which is when we'll get to the next scene. But yeah, what do you think about this one?
Very cute. It's campy, especially with Wyndham's like ridiculous over the top costume. I say ridiculous, it's really good. It's overkill,
Yeah.
I think it is so funny and terrible that a Coop is sitting down at the same lunch counter as Windom Earle, and not only doesn't he realize, he's too caught up in reading his book and flirting to even look around.
Oh
like,
God,
he's
yeah.
totally
He's
in his
reading
world.
His book about Tibet.
Yeah, great scene.
It really is like, sometimes Coop has the perfect intuition, and sometimes just not at all.
Well, I've said this in the past few episodes, but he's not doing detective work right now. Like,
It's true, yeah.
He's decided to play by Wyndham's rules and only do the chess thing, but like, he has to be within like an hour's walk of where you're staying,
God, that's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sorry,
But he charms me.
I love your note about Wyndham's costumes.
Oh yeah, that it's giving Count Olaf,
Yeah, and that he's like had like 2 costume changes since this morning is so good. He really is giving Count Olaf. I really love that.
It also feels like, the TV trope of like a character will draw a mustache on and then no one will recognize them. It's like, costumes are just purpose built for television. Lest we forget one prominent exception this season.
Oh, yeah. You did damage to me with that one. Yeah, so, but yeah, that's this scene. And as we say, Hawk says there's trouble at the bookhouse. Lily, what is that trouble?
Trouble at the bookhouse is none other than Harry, who has made an honestly impressive mess of the place. Every piece of furniture has been thrown, it looks like. And before we get any further, I'm gonna call another bingo, because there is diegetic music in the scene. The record player is going and it's playing the Twin Peaks soundtrack.
Oh my god, did I miss that?
It's it's right in front of Harry. He put it on for the scene.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, but I know it's playing, but I'm like, is it? I'm like half on if I want to give you this bingo, because it is spinning, but I feel like they're not engaging with the diegetic music,
It totally colors the mood of the scene,
Yeah.
though. I'm gonna. And it is the Twin Peaks theme, which
you
is
know
pretty...
what? Yeah, I'll give you bingo for that. I'll give you bingo
Thanks,
for that.
Queen.
Honestly, I
Thanks,
think
Queen.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think I'm like holding off because I remember a really good diegetic song later in the season that I'm like, oh, I could make her wait for that one, but I'll give it to you for this one.
Cool. Thanks, man. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is another Harry at the height of his powers. He's basically like, he's hulking out. He's a mess. He's
Yeah,
waving his gun around.
Andy says the sheriff's gone off.
Yeah. And Coop is basically here to like be a calming presence and try to get Harry to put the gun down. Um Coop takes on like a really calming presence in this scene. I think of like that guidance counselor who really cared about you, you know, like that's what he's playing. In a way that I almost want to call bingo for We Love Dale, but not
Yeah.
given their last scene together.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, that's the general direction of this scene. Harry has a line which is he's just like looking back on his life now, you know, and he says, "Never got to China. She came to me," which I feel like really sums up like Josie's position in the show, which is she's not a person, she is a stand-in for all of China
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
all American cultural, if you want to even give them the honor of calling them cultural anxieties about China.
I agree.
Oh yeah, then we get another hawk idiom. We're talking about what it's like to see Harry here. It was like taking a hike to your favorite spot and finding a hole where the lake used to be. Which is unwieldy, but I do again quite like it. Like
I
it's a
do
strong
like
image.
that. That is great. I do like that.
Hole where the lake used to be.
My other
Yeah.
notes on this scene, I love Andy's like high school play delivery when we walk in a way that again is I think technically bad acting, but I really love it. It's just like Dale walks in and Andy's like he's like Agent Cooper, Hawk, the sheriff's gone off. He's broken every piece of furniture not nailed down. I honestly don't know what to do. It's so good.
Oh my god, that is really good.
I also note Harry's like, I should have taken her away from here. It's like, oh, like Twin Peaks the place did this to her, perhaps.
Oh shit, I didn't catch that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do I appreciate you do not under any circumstances have to hand it to Harry Truman.
Yeah.
However, I like that he still feels like he should have protected her, even if she's like a quote unquote hardened criminal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree that she at the same time, taking her away from here is something that she like for a lot of this season really actively did not want. She was worried she was going to be like kidnapped, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. Parallels, I guess.
Yeah.
Anything else for this one?
You know what I was just like, which president was Harry S. Truman? Just like, I think it is notable that Harry Truman is the president that authorized the nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Bro, I didn't know that. I thought okay, so FDR had like just left power, I guess?
I think that is true, yes. Because he was elected in 1944, became president, on Roosevelt's death in April 1945. Yeah, he was then told about Manhattan Project and authorized the nuclear bomb.
Damn, dude.
Says Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. So
thanks.
I mean, so I was because like there is, I mean, obviously like Josie's Chinese and not Japanese, but there is, I think, something there about Harry's like violence towards her. I think that is a worthwhile piece of subtext to have, you know? And just thinking about this episode reminding us of the weird nuclear symbol on Garland Briggs as like a like quite submerged, but so far like submerged but consistently recurring thread in this show, I think, is like the idea of nuclear power or nuclear bombs.
I guess this is still technically during the Cold War that this would have been written.
God, that's true. Yeah.
Crazy. RIP Soviet Union. We can cut that.
No. Back to a real one. I'll stand by it. Okay. Anyway, I don't have any more about that scene. Yes. Oh, cool. It's time for a goat.
Such a good one. Yeah, okay, we're back to camp if we ever left. This is Nadine and Mike trying to check into the Great Northern as completely different people, as a Mr. and Mrs. Hinkman. Yeah. Mike is dressed up like in a super old-timey like suit and hat, and
and he's doing like like, I'm a normal mid-Atlantic businessman voice. And
Yeah,
she
it's
has
really
like
good.
sunglasses over
Her
her
eye
eye patch.
patch.
It's so good. It's really
Dude.
good. I see your note of like, why are they even in disguise?
Cause like they're allowed. You can check into a hotel if you're from the town.
I
They don't
think
stop
I
you.
think he's I think he's just trying to be DL. I think he's like I think he really wants to get his fuck on with
Mm.
Nadine, but he's worried about being like,
Outed as transamorous.
yes, exactly. And so he's like, I need to enter my Mr. Hinkman disguise so that no one,
Uh,
and because he's so embarrassed because he runs into a friend of his from school, who I did take a picture of because she's got the crazy 90s like sideways hat with the ponytail coming out of the side going on.
she's killing it. She's killing it.
And because he's like, yes, it's me, and then she shows up and he's like, oh fuck, oh my god, no. It really is giving like I'm ready to enter the like sexual judo with Nadine, but I don't want my classmates to know.
Oh my god. No, that must be it. It must be so no one else recognized him. Oh, that's really
Yeah,
funny.
my notes
Yeah,
are just,
great
holy
scene.
shit, Mike the Snake and Wasp disguise? 20 question marks. Okay, this is goated. Her sideways hat? 20 question mark. This is goated. This is the true Twin Peaks season 2 sauce. We are so back.
It is.
Mike the
We are.
Snake has to fucking check in disguise so he can have the fuck sesh of his life is like so funny.
And I need to give him credit here, the actor, because he really like his whole embodiment and delivery is
Yeah.
totally plausibly like it ages him up a decade, and it
Yes,
totally works.
absolutely. Yeah,
And then he has
Mike's
to
been
talk to
working
his
on his
classmate
Mr.
as if he's like,
it's
oh,
so
hi,
funny. It's really good. Mike's been working on his Mr. Hinkman.
Mr. Hinkman. It's really good.
Oh,
It's
it's
really
so
good.
good. It's really good. Yeah, goated. Shall we move on?
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
Finally,
this is a
finally,
big scene.
finally.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is the scene that this whole episode has been building to, which is the what the hell is it called again? It's the Ghostwood. It's the Stop Ghostwood, Save the Pine Weasel, fashion show and
Yeah.
fundraiser event. Um, let's see. Highlights are. Dick Tremaine is emceeing and he's doing a pretty bad job, I would say, but not as bad as Lucy and Andy modeling the clothes.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry. Okay,
no.
but
You can
you
die.
watched the same
Go
show
away.
as I did.
Go away. I cast you out.
No, I'm cast out.
They're
Fuck,
fucking
this sucks.
slaying. They're fucking serving that shit.
Okay, they don't know how to walk. The outfits are okay, they're lovable. I love them, but they look like garbage. Like in a way that was genuinely surprising given that we see a bunch of other people in the hotel in previous scenes like dressed up really fancy or fashionably, and I assumed those guys would be walking. But no, it's Lucy and
No,
Andy, and
because
they're
they're
wearing a
not good
bunch
enough.
of
Because
lumberjack
we
shit.
needed the best fashion in town on the best fashionistas in town.
On the best fashionistas in town. You know, I appreciate what you're saying. I don't agree, but I appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay, their outfits are insane. We have, and I will quote Dick Tremaine here. Our little Lucy is wearing a delightful mix of warm northern comfort and southern insouciance, an elegant worsted wool jacket over a plethora of plaid with a hint of polka dot. Ah, a moonless night black slim skirt for the look that always says, "Hey world, I'm here." He did forget a key detail, which is that she's wearing earrings that are like fish bone skeleton earrings.
Oh my god, I didn't even catch that.
She's got her red gloves. She's got like 8 different patterns going on. Listen, I think she's slaying. You can say whatever you want. This is the fashion show I want to see.
I'm not gonna fight you on it. I appreciate your love of the game.
Hold
yeah,
on, hold on. We also have to say what Andy was wearing.
Yeah, please.
Mr. Brennan is wearing a fire engine red turtleneck beneath an all plaid Pendleton shirt. He completes this look with his red and black buffalo check jumpers for the man who wants to make a statement while retaining that casual feel. while he's out mastering a task or riding the breeze of a chance meeting. Girl, what does that mean?
Okay, I said that Dick was doing a bad job. I don't think he's a nice guy, but like prose level, actually pretty excellent.
Okay, but what does it mean to... Yeah, I'm always out mastering a task and riding the breeze of a chance meeting. What is that? Listen, when I do a task, there's doing it, but you have to master it. You have to master the task.
My initial thought was like, okay, the famous Seinfeld episode where they challenge each other to stop masturbating.
Oh like my God.
Have you seen Seinfeld?
No.
Okay, well because it's like a primetime network show, they can't just say like jerk off in 1990 whatever. Instead they use the euphemism mastering my domain.
Oh, that is really good.
So I thought it was a reference to that, but I think the timeline doesn't work out. I felt like this was Dick getting in a subtle jab, like whether he's jerking off, which he does.
Yeah, and in this outfit too, he puts on all the plaid and everything. Listen, how else was he gonna count his sperms?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, I want to give you the second half of the scene, but first I want to say,
yes,
this scene is marked by a very prominent and like somewhat distracting camera flash, especially at the start. It happens a good few times.
Yeah.
First of all, very much evokes the whole Garland or Margaret whoosh with the owl and everything. Also evokes Bob appearing and attacking. But what I wanna call to is a movie that I saw a few weeks ago, Rear Window. Rear Window is about a press photographer. Okay, first of all, Rear Window. It's early 50s, I think. Alfred Hitchcock, one of his most famous movies. Hitchcock, huge influence on David Lynch and on the show.
Definitely.
Like, documentedly. But, yeah, the movie centers on...
we should watch Vertigo sometime. Have you seen Vertigo?
No, and I would love to.
Oh, we should watch Vertigo. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. Rear Window, by the way, of the Hitchcocks I've seen, it's my least favorite. I think it's kind of mid. But what matters for these purposes is that the star is a press photographer, and at some point someone breaks into his house, and his only means of defense, because he's in a wheelchair because he has a broken leg, his only means of defense is using the flash of a camera to momentarily blind this guy.
Oh, that's
And he
great.
does it over and over and over, and it's so bright every time.
Oh, that is really good.
Yeah, definitely like the iconic scene from that movie. And I recommend looking it up. It like even I don't know that I would recommend the movie in general unless you're a freak for really good set design, because the set in that movie is phenomenal. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna dig into this. I want to dig in to the Hitchcock and Lynch connections, but I'm afraid to Google anything.
But yeah, this is great. I really love everything you have to say about this, and I think this is a really fun and good catch of like the camera flash in relation to Bob and in relation to what they were saying. I also am glad that you had smart things to say, because all my notes were just goofy shit. But I'm like, yes, this is goated. That's the season 2 sauce that I was missing. Truly, this is why I'm willing to throw hands over their fashion show. I love like it opens. Ben Horn is like throwing stuff to the crowd. I think it's like little pins with the Weasel on it. I think
must be.
He says the Stop Ghostwood campaign. We're gonna stop this development from turning our beautiful Northwest forest into a monstrous amusement park. A monstrous amusement park? They couldn't settle for the future Roman baths? They're building a monsters amusement park too?
Future Roman baths. Oh my god. I'm never gonna live that one down, am I? Fuck.
Oh man.
Wait, really quick. We should make Future Roman Baths merch.
Fuck yeah. Is that it? What is that? No, is that that episode's probably going to be out soon, right? Or is it already?
I haven't heard it in anything I've reviewed, but it must be soon.
Well, anyway. I love like there's just so many little details in this that are so silly. we have like truly I just noted like Twin Peaks season 2, I might hate you, but they could never make me hate you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
We have like the gay is like horny for gay boy who's horny for women, Dick Tremaine, uh really taking it away. Um I like there's just so much. I love like they this like you know, we've talked about how the hotel has all these totem poles around in a way that is like, okay, fucking Ben Horn's hotel would probably do that. It is
Yeah,
probably
totally.
a little bit appropriate of the show to be doing it, but I do think that as far as like this fuck ass guy that they've put these like chintzy like blinking Christmas lights on all of them is like a really good fuck
Ooh,
ass touch,
yeah.
you know? Um
Yeah. Disrespectful, probably, but sums it up.
But um we then like cut into the other little half of this, which is Catherine and Ben chatting at the bar while the fashion show is going. Let me find the so I mean basically, you know, like Catherine's like or it starts with Ben's like, Catherine, how good of you to come? And Catherine's like, oh, who are you kidding with this? And you know, like come on. You've always been a little obvious, but like you're not gonna stop me. You're not going to stop my
Mm.
development plans. What do you expect to gain from all this? And Ben says, a first scrubbing of one of the dirtiest conscious is in the entire Northwest, and hopefully it will happen to you. He goes on a speech, which is very similar to the speech that the log lady gave in her intro. You know,
Oh, it's true.
I used to see life exactly the way you do. No matter how many deals I made, inside I was a black, miserable clod of dirt. I'm finding the only thing that really affords you joy in life is giving. Don't wait until you're on your deathbed to find that out. She says, God help you. You actually sound like you mean it. Uh, so it like, my note is just like, okay, so he is really sincere? Because I guess like last
Uh-huh.
episode when he was talking about it, he was presenting it and it was kind of like Jerry and Bobby were kind of like surmising that this was part of a scheme of his. But he does sound like he really means this, and it kind of works for me. I also love to like get to see him and Catherine having chemistry again because they really do have great chemistry when
They
he's
really do.
not trapped in thinking he's in the Civil War. I was really like, I don't know if we needed 8 episodes of the Civil War to get here, but I'm enjoying it, and I do like that,
Yeah.
like the events of the like every like the season 1 finale and then like everything with the Lonely Souls like I guess sentiment to 8 episodes of Civil War coma and now he's come out of it like genuinely spiritually transformed, which is pretty great. But I love that he's still like the way that he is. He has like a little slimy wink. He's still kind of like
Yeah.
he's expressing this sincerely, but in a like he's still he I think at the end he's like, Catherine, you know, why don't you take this opportunity to transcend a lifetime of megalomania and egocentricity and write us a big fat check to help stop Ghostwood? Like he seems to be sincere about taking a step, but he's still the guy that he is, you know?
He's still the guy that he is, and like that's obviously that's not gonna work, guy. But it's funny how earnest he is. I'm on the fence
Yeah.
about this whole thing. Like, okay, if he genuinely does not expect to win, then yeah, it must just be to scrub his conscience.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of something. But it you know what it makes me think of is how like this is such a weird pull. Um, Everyone in Quebec, including the right, is very pro clean energy, right? Everyone here goes super hard for hydro, including
Uh-huh.
our right wing populists.
Uh-huh.
Why is that? Because we don't really have much oil.
Yeah, we've got
And we have a
yeah.
bunch of dams.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's easy for Ben to cease to be a slime ball
Uh-huh.
when all of his plots have failed. like,
Yeah.
like now he has no reason to be. He has less of an incentive to be
Uh-huh.
terrible.
Uh-huh.
The thing that conveniences him is being like incidentally, accidentally caring about a pine weasel.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it becomes genuine from there. But if
I mean, I
if
guess
he
that's
sees
the
an opening,
question.
I could
Yeah.
see him getting evil again.
Well, and I think, you know, there's something about like the show is kind of just handing him this idea of him trying to redeem himself when he has been involved and like responsible for some
Mm,
really dire shit. But
yeah.
I don't know. I think like I kind of when I it's like when we were talking about the straight story and like some of the like stuff in there that was a bit politically retrograde, but I had to put myself into like David Lynch vision, and I was like, no, I see it, you know? I think when I do the same thing here, I'm like, I think I have to put myself in the vision of the show of like, love is the important thing. We have to get back to love. We have to get back to restoring
Yeah.
your belief in the good. And he is doing that, and he seems to be sincere about it. And it kind of works for me. I think there's something like about it on this
Yeah.
strictly like transcendental meditation level that, not like literally, but like, you know, that vibe that like
Mhm.
I think kind of works for me. I hope that Ben Horn continues, and I like that he is also like, this is just the first thing. I've done some real fucked up shit. This is the first step, and I hope that he commits to that. You know, but I
Yeah,
agree. I could
yeah.
definitely see like he, you know, 4 episodes later, some scheme means that he's in charge of Ghostwood again now, and he's like, actually, fuck that Weasel.
Yeah, totally.
So
Okay, speaking of Weasel,
yeah,
do you wanna get back to Weasel Town?
yes. So we're then back to
To
the
Weasel Town.
to Weasel Town. I love like also above the stage they just have like 3 images of the Weasel, which is just such a funny like prop thing. As yeah, here are the Weasel images. Tim Pinkle, our Weasel expert, emerges.
Real cutie, this one.
Yeah, he's here to tell us about the Weasel. He says, "I have with me a little fellow." Which is just a great line. He's going, he said, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is an innocent in a world gone mad." He takes out the Weasel. You know, he's beautiful. He's an excellent controller of rodents. He's very curious, which makes him get killed. He's attracted to bright, shiny objects, and he's kind of like getting one on Dick Tremaine for him you
Definitely.
fucking with him earlier. He's like,
Elbowing him, being
and
rude.
this is another I wrote. We're so back. I think like a new weird little guy comes out to say, "I have with me a little fellow to take out the Weasel." That's the season 2 sauce. This is great. He's taking out the
Yeah.
Weasel, and he's like, yeah, he's attracted to certain smells such as cheap cologne, as he's like bringing it closer and closer to Dick Tremaine. He's like, oh, he wants to
It's
give you a
really
kiss.
good.
But oh my god, as he goes to give him a kiss, he kind of jumps onto Dick, and then oh my god, Dick says, "Hello there, little pilgrim." Ah! And it's like the most like stage fighting, like he's clearly just holding his hands because they had a live like ferret or
Definitely.
something for a second there, and then he's clearly just holding his hands with a stuffed animal like in front of his
Yeah.
nose. It's like, oh my god, no! And then it jumps off, and then we
Yeah.
get the Weasel cam.
Oh my god, it fucking well, first the Weasel falls onto a plate of salad.
Yes,
It's
yes.
so silly.
And then we get the Weasel cam as it's like running through. Oh my god, everyone's going crazy. The Weasel's running around. Oh mon
Ah,
dieu. People are screaming.
the music, it's like borderline yakety sax. It's
Yes.
so goofy.
Yes, it's so good. And in between all this, Audrey like falls off the stage or whatever. Or is this get like pushed by someone and gets caught by John Jacob Jack Jingleheimer Schmidt. And then they have a little kiss.
Yeah.
And she's in a country dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
great. What
this
do you
scene
think about all this?
rules.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so fun. Okay, first of all, Tim Pinkle, I would die for you. You remind me, he's like Pee Wee Herman, or you know who I was thinking of is Leslie Jordan, that tiny, tiny gay man,
Yes.
who is just so lovable. I think he
Yes.
died recently.
Oh no.
But okay, also the Audrey thing, right? She gets on the mic to say, "Please, nobody panic," and then immediately a woman just runs from behind her screaming and
So
pushes her off the
funny.
stage. It's so when I was talking about like the different genres this episode is trying on, this one is like 80s or 90s just dumb zany blockbuster comedy,
Yes,
right? It's
absolutely.
the
Yeah.
fucking Weasel cam. Like
The Weasel
it's
cam
actually
is
so
good.
audacious.
Yeah, it's so good. This is truly
Ah,
we're so back. It's so
we're
good.
so back.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one owns.
Hell yeah. 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 Great fashion show, great Weasel. We got
Great Weasel.
some from the heart from Ben. And then we end with a confusing little scene. Confusing enough that I really thought it was an entirely different character. But Jones, who was the assistant of Eckhart, who we saw earlier giving a box to Catherine, shows up and like bonks the guy who we left, like, you think Dale and Hawk were like, make sure someone stays with Harry overnight, bonks him. It's like kind of bonks him in the head, but also like just gets him in the back of the neck. It's kind of giving like Vulcan nerve pinch, just like, yeah, it knocks him out.
Like, not that hard.
Yeah, and then like takes her like blazer off to reveal her sexy little slip, and then crawls into bed with Harry. No idea why. No clue what's
So
going
weird.
on.
So weird.
Just for a girl, what the fuck are you cooking?
Okay, can I tell you what I thought was happening in this scene?
Please.
Because Harry's hair looks like Ben's right now in this episode,
Yeah.
I thought this was I thought the woman was breaking into his room where also John Jacob whatever is like
Oh,
staying
you thought
for
that was
some
John
reason.
Jacob whatever.
I thought that's who got
That's
bludgeoned in the
so
head,
funny.
and then I thought she climbed into bed with Ben Horn.
Okay,
and I
honestly
was
though,
like,
honestly though, like, okay, hold on. This shot, let me take a screenshot. Here, he kind of, like, we just see him sleeping, and he does kind of look like Ben Horn. Like, his silhouette.
Thank you.
So I get it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
Which just lends itself to a completely different read of the episode, because it's like, oh, I guess Ben is evil towards his close friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not it. I was off.
Yeah.
Who knows where this is going?
Yeah, we'll just have to find out, I guess.
We'll just find out.
Anyway.
Okay, well, that's the recap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this was so fun. We had so much more to say than we have recently.
Yes, we're kind of so back.
We're kind of so back.
Do you have any crazy dreams?
Well, I have an anecdote. As you know, over the past week, Vic and I have been sick, just a little cold. For me, especially, very, very mild.
Mhm.
But I took this as license to take some NyQuil. The thing about me is I fucking love NyQuil, but like obviously I'm not just gonna take it for fun. So it was like, oh, I'm a little sick. Here's my little treat, you know?
Uh-huh.
So my idea, I had been in a bit of a distant sort of sad headspace, and I thought, let's rewatch Lonely Souls, because I've been thinking about it all week. And let's take some NyQuil and watch Lonely Souls, and maybe
You're
that'll give me some
crazy.
interesting dreams. And here's the thing. Not only did it not give me dreams, it made me not enjoy Lonely Souls. It was so disappointing.
What the fuck? I'm
Yeah.
like, just because the NyQuil?
Because the thought that I had was like, okay, these bold and sort of scary, intuitive images will be even scarier if I'm like drifting off a little bit. And they were scarier, but like not in a, I just sort of felt stressed out, and like in a way that distracted me from the sadness of it. And then I didn't have any dreams at all.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I think I mentioned a while back that I got this tea that's supposed to give you funky dreams, and I've just been afraid to try it. But you know, maybe at some point I'll commit to that, and we'll be back in the lazy nightmare corner. But for this week, sadly, nothing to report.
I forget if I talked about it on the podcast, but I remember like when I was first watching Twin Peaks season 3, I had just started at this like horrible office job that I would wake up at 6 a.m. for, and so I was taking melatonin before bed, which melatonin definitely gives me crazy dreams, and so I would like. It happened quite a few times that I would like watch an episode of Twin Peaks: The Return and then take a melatonin and go to bed and have like a crazy, scary, evil Twin Peaks dream.
Oh my god, dude!
So maybe you gotta
shit,
get
I wish
into
we were
the
recording back
melatonin.
then.
Yeah, I know, right?
Man.
Okay. Bingo.
How about you? Did you have any dreams?
Nothing to report.
Okay, fair enough.
Bingo time.
Bingo. Okay. Yeah,
okay.
we filled in.
We need to stamp season 2 sauce. We need to stamp season 2 sauce.
Wait, where? I can't find it.
It's right above.
I don't think it's on here.
Yeah, it's right above free.
Oh yeah. This has the season 2 sauce easily.
Absolutely.
I was looking for that one. Okay, so we are stamping.
Okay, to be
season
honest,
2 sauce. Yeah.
Okay, does that count as season 2 sauce derogatory? How shitty it is about Josie, or is season 2 sauce derogatory more like, why are we spending this much time in the Civil War or whatever? What do you think?
I think to me season 2 sauce derogatory is like, we're not doing symbolism. We're spending a bunch of time on like less emotionally compelling soap plots. If we see James even one more time, we'll stamp that.
Sure, sounds good. Okay, but we got to remember that character, which honestly I feel like also counts for Mike the Snake being on screen again. That means we are one square away from a bingo. If we get smacks of gender, then we'll have bingo.
Oh my god, fantastic. Yeah, so just to confirm, we got diegetic song,
Yeah.
season 2 sauce, coffee, and remember that character.
Yeah. Okay. If we
We're so close.
finish a bingo, do we stay on the same bingo card and like just watch for the other ones, go for a double bingo, or do we like generate a new card?
Oh man, well we don't have that much of the season left.
That
do we?
is
I think
true.
we have like 4 episodes
Yeah,
or
so
something.
we can just stay on the same card and just see if we end up getting a double bingo.
Yeah, this has been so fun. I can't wait for everyone to play along at home or whatever.
Hell yeah. Okay, it's time.
Last time, next time.
Yeah. So, okay, last time on Twin Peaks, your prediction was a plot. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt has an ulterior motive and his heavy machinery factors in somehow. Forgot about that. That didn't come up at all.
They abandoned the machines.
Damn. Jerry has started to subtly turn on Ben now that he realizes he won't inherit the estate. He found the standee of the Weasel, so he surmised Ben's plan and got in touch with John whatever, because he's actually not an environmentalist, but environment destroying private equity guy who owns the world's greatest wood chipper. He's going to unveil his epic wood chipper and destroy the forest to various ends. B plot. Windom Earle recreates Marina Abramovich's rest energy with Leo. This doesn't advance his schemes. It's just for twisted kicks. I don't know that I can give you anything.
Yeah, there's not an angle here.
Yeah. Okay, so next time, we have a couple open threads. We have whatever's up with Donna's mom and Ben. We have Eckhard's assistant that is crawling into Harry's bed for some reason.
Yeah.
And then of course
Yeah.
Windom Earle has been going around, and he was so mad about the Dale cheating at chess that he's presumably might do some kind of retaliation for that. He said many people will regret this. So I think those are some threads that we could pull at. What are you thinking?
Okay, A plot is going to involve the chess stuff.
Uh-huh.
Windom feels a need to escalate, given that he feels that Dale is sullying the good name of the world's favorite game. Here's what he does. You know, in the first Harry Potter movie, how there's like an enormous chessboard that like the pieces are people or something?
Yeah.
He okay. Let me put it this way.
Uh-huh.
Dale happens across an enormous grid in the forest and realizes that it is in fact a huge chessboard, and having stepped onto it, he is the queen.
Oh my god.
And Windom appears, and then the rest of that plot happens later.
Is he to the extent of having like a giant chess set, like is it just that Dale has to do chess, or is there like some kind of like does he
So it's Dale is the chess piece, so if he loses, he dies.
Oh my goodness.
And because this is just like in the woods or whatever, he can't get any help. It's just him and his own raw intellect.
Is he like making anyone or like other innocent people being chess pieces, or is it just Dale?
I feel like chess-wise it would make sense if there were a bunch of people, but I can't figure out how they would get there.
I mean, he's been just kind of finding and killing guys, you know?
Yeah, but for a full set of chess pieces, it's what, like 36 pieces or something? I don't know if he's gonna kill 36 people.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, it's rocks. It's rocks. The other pieces are rocks.
Okay, sure. The other pieces are rocks. B plot. Do you want to speculate all about Donna's mom and Ben?
I do. Okay, Ben has had this change of heart, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can either take this in the direction of Donna's mom is somehow attuned to weasels,
Okay.
or we can take this in a direction of he is in fact evil and exploiting her somehow.
Okay.
I feel like I want to give
Or
Ben the benefit of the doubt
maybe
for one
maybe
episode.
he's trying to make amends for something. Like, could he have somehow wronged her in a way that
Oh.
he feels like he wants to make amends for her now that he's reformed or whatever? That would kind of
That's
click.
interesting.
Because you guys think about the log lady intro at night just before you
Yeah,
sleep.
man.
How do you feel about yourself? Are you proud of your behavior? Are you ashamed of your behavior? You know in your heart if you've hurt someone. If you have hurt someone, don't wait another day before making things right.
Wait, yeah, this sounds like this. I think we've just stumbled onto something that'll probably actually come true.
Yeah.
Well, you know the plot, so who knows? But
I'm half forgetting and half applying my forgetting glasses. So like how could Ben have hurt Donna's mom, do we think? If that he would need to make up for?
well, okay, here's the thing. Knowing this show, he's probably responsible for her being in a wheelchair somehow. Like, that's not the kind of thing that I would write, but I think if she has been wronged in some way,
Yeah.
that's her one character trait right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So Ben seeks to make amends for, I guess, disabling Donna's mom, who also has a name that I'm forgetting.
Eileen Hayward.
Yeah. Here it is. Here it is. He is offering to cut her in on the Pine Weasel merchandising empire that he is building. So he gets she gets a quarter of the profit from any button sold.
That is on brand with this. Like, he is technically trying to do right, but he's still the guy that he is.
Yeah. He's a businessman at heart. Yeah, let's lock that in.
All right. So next time on Twin Peaks, a plot. Windom feels a need to escalate because Dale is sullying the good name of the world's favorite game. Dale happens upon an enormous grid in the forest and realizes it's an enormous chessboard, and having stepped onto it, he is the queen. Windom appears and makes Dale place chess with his life on the line. The other pieces are rocks? Editor's note, question mark, question mark, question mark. B plot. Ben seeks to make amends for injuring Eileen Hayward in the past. He offers to cut her in on the Pine Weasel merchandising empire that he's building. She gets 25% of profits on every Weasel button sold.
And there it is, folks. Sorry for the spoilers, because I know we fucking nailed that one.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well,
thanks for listening, folks.
That was a fun episode.
We'll be back in your feeds in a couple weeks. Yeah, great episode. Hope you enjoyed too. Let us know if it's not too late, if you want a future Roman baths shirt.
Oh,
I kind of
yeah.
I low-key want to commission that.
I'm kind of obsessed with that, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Fare you well.
Fare you well.
Bye.
Bye.
I've never fared them well before, but, you know.
I fare them wonderful.
It's always good to wish your audience good tidings.
TSTV is hosted by Sadie Avery Lake and yours truly, Lily Alexander. Our music is by Jamie Page. The art is by Maya Fernandez-Giles. This episode was edited by Sadie. Thank you, Sadie. If you want to get in touch with us, please email us at hellotstv@gmail.com. We may include your mail on a future episode of the show. Let us know if that's okay. If you want to support the show and gain access to our monthly bonus episodes, head over to tstv.show. See you next time.
Hello, it's Sadie. I'm here with your content warnings for the next episode, episode 25, also known as season 2, episode 18, also known as On the Wings of Love. Largely, this is a silly one. It continues to be true that when they talk about Josie, I say, stop that, don't do that, and we have some questionable evoking of indigeneity in the way that the show has been doing, but we're in silly land. That's all. Hope you enjoy it. Bye.